Welcome to the Unritalin Show. I'm Dr. Yannick Polly from unritalinsolution.com. In this episode today we're answering the question, what are the side effects of medications for ADHD? Well, the first thing that we need to say is that there are several medications that are used to treat the symptoms of ADHD. So they each have their own set of side effects. But today I'd like to focus my attention on the most common ones, the most prescribed, the one that you've heard, and this is the methylphenidate or Ritalin. So there is quite a bit of side effects that are related to that drug that you can find in the scientific literature, going from a heart problem to gastrointestinal problems such as diarrhea or constipation, symptoms linked to the nerve system. But I'd like to focus on a few of those that I think are really important, and I have a few articles with me here that's going to talk a little bit more about it. So some of the side effects, the most common ones, is the first is stunted growth or growth suppression, meaning that children that take Ritalin, they grow slower, and this is definitely not a good thing. Another side effects of Ritalin is appetite suppression, meaning the child has less appetite, usually eat less, and has a risk of losing weight. Then another important side effect is sleep disturbance or insomnia, children having problem sleeping. And this is a huge thing because there's a lot of studies too that show that if you don't sleep well, then your school performance will be affected, and it's even more so in children with ADHD. So if sleep problems are already participating to the problem of ADHD, and then you add a drug that exacerbates insomnia, this is definitely not a good thing. Now there's some more worrisome side effects linked to that drug, and the next one is the possibility of heart damage. Between 1990 and 2000 there has been 186 deaths announced to the FDA MedWatch program. So it's a program that follow medication and the risk they cause in people. And mainly those deaths are related to the impact of Ritalin on the heart. Since 2000 there has been 51 cases of death on top of that. So very dangerous potential consequences. In fact, the American Heart Association now recommends that all children that will be put on stimulants like Ritalin should undergo a physical exam looking at the heart, even maybe considering doing ECG, which is electrocardiogram, to make sure they don't have a heart abnormalities, which would increase that risk. So this is potentially a very serious thing. I mean, death is a serious consequence, so we don't want that to happen to your child. And another problem is hallucinations. Okay, there's been a few studies lately that come out. What's really interesting, they look at what happened, and they found up to more than 800 cases of children having hallucinations when they're on the drugs, having the impression that they have insects or bugs or snakes around, really weird stuff. And a few of the shootings that happened in the schools in the United States have been related to those type of drugs too. So it's very serious stuff. What's really interesting though, if you look at the newspapers, how they relate that story, some people reading the same story will say that those hallucinations are very rare, and then you look at other newspapers and they title hallucination not uncommon. So, always take things with a little bit of, some critical thinking behind it. And one of the last thing that we need to consider is genetic breakage. In 2005, there was a study where they took 12 children that were taking Ritalin for 3 months, and at the end of 3 months, they saw that they had an increase in damage to their chromosomes, which could open the door to risks of cancer. Now, in 2008, they did another study with 47 children that showed no such chromosomal damage. So the jury is still not out on that possibility. Now, that's a lot of side effects. Now, we have to consider the fact that, if the drug would work very well, maybe we could accept them. But if you've seen our video on do medication work in the long term, I showed you how science has shown us that actually they don't have any benefits after 3 years. So, I mean, what's the deal here? Should we take those dangerous drugs if they don't really have any benefits in the long run? So we always have to put those side effects in relationship to the benefits. And if you look at it, you know, no benefits after 3 years with all those risks, I mean, we need to look at an effective natural solution, and this is what we try to do with the unritalin solution. So if you want to know more, check out our website and stay tuned for our next video that'll be there soon. Take care. Bye-bye. To get 20 more videos like this and 2 great free bonuses, visit unritalinsolution.com/free.